All right, so on this part 2, we're trying to do something like if the user is filling out this form and he has selected this first radial value, but he accidentally refreshes the page, it's gone, but we want to keep it. How can we do that? Well, first of all, we need to know, hey, without this page on the right here, how do we know which of these radial buttons are checked? Well, let's do that first before we mess with anything else. Okay, so let's select all of the radial buttons. Const all radial buttons. I think it's better we use all radial inputs actually. Okay. If we go to the HTML, we can select all of it by just giving inputs the same class, right? Like we can put, let's say, class radial for these, but there's already a type radial here. So we can actually use the CSS selector for the attributes. I'll show you how. Equal to document dot query selector all, and then what are we selecting? We're selecting input elements with, that's what the bracket stands for, with the attribute type of radial. And then let's console.log this, make sure we're doing things correctly. Yeah, we have a node list, and yep, H1, 2, and 3. So with node lists, you know, we can loop through them. For, let's do const input of all radial inputs. So as we're looping through these, what are we checking for? Well, the radial inputs, they have a dot checked property. So we're gonna check for that. So if input dot checked, let's just console.log input. All right, let me delete this, all radial inputs. Okay. It's not working. Why is that? Think about this for a second. What are we missing? Well, you have to put these in an event listener, right? So how can we do that? Well, it's actually pretty easy. With just one line, input, we can do input.add event listener, or we can do input on, and this one you can do on change, or you can do on input. And I'm going to do on input. On input equals function. And then inside of that, we can put this if statement. Let's see. Cool, huh? And then instead of console.log input, we see that it has the value. So we can console.log that instead. See, now it works. All right. Your final challenge is next, and I wish you good luck. Well, final challenge for this part anyways.